Sister spouses Kody earthy colored gives tips from shower on hot twists. Sister spouses ought to have an additional extraordinary notice in the credits for Kody earthy colored's hair since he makes such no joking matter about it. Certain individuals even scrutinize he wants to invest less energy working on his hair and additional time zeroing in on fixing his connections. In any case, his hair is a region Kody takes a lot of pride in. Presently, he flaunts his hair while he gives tips from the shower on how he gets his provocative twists. Kody earthy colored values his hair. Prior in Sister Spouses Season 19, Kody Brown got together with his siblings in Las Vegas for a young men's excursion. Michael and Scott gave him trouble about the amount he has consistently prepared and trimmed himself as the years progressed. Similarly, Kody has given tips on the tell about the best way to get the best curls. Mary Brown and even Christine earthy colored Woolley's significant other, David Woolley, have discussed Kody's hair as well. Moreover, individuals have thought he gets Botox and hair plugs which can occupy. In any case, Kody's hair definitely stands out, from him, however from fans as well. Presently, a fan found Kody's give schedule every one of the means of how Goldilocks gets his hair just right. Kody earthy colored gives tips from shower on hot twists. In spite of the fact that Kody earthy colored's hair has changed ordinarily through the series, his modest and pretty spouse has assisted him with figuring out how to really focus on it. On Multi-Day Life Partner Updates Instagram page, Kody shares how he gets his hot man twists. The banner subtitles, "I was unable to miss this one." Kody Brown in the shower, giving his hot wavy hair tips. Then, the video showed overlaid text saying, Kody earthy colored gives his wavy young lady routine from inside his shower. Moreover, he goes bit by bit over what items he uses to get the delicious curls he is exceptionally glad to show off. While the mystery ingredient lies in the utilization of Moroccan oil, Kody chuckles and says he resembles a mobile commercial for their items. Then, he shows the conditioner by Moroccan oil. Be that as it may, he says to make a point to just utilize cold water so a portion of the decency stays in the hair. Try not to stress, a cleanser and conditioner pack will just hamper purchasers roughly $160. Notwithstanding, in the event that fans need the full impact, they need to put resources into the Oceanside Wave Twist Control Mousse also. In any case, Kody says that complete control mousse must be subbed on the grounds that the Oceanside Wave is ended. Moreover, he thickens it up with volumizing fog and remember the twist characterizing cream. Then, after every one of the applications, he scrunches the hair with a towel and blow dries it for the last bit of flawlessness. Presto, presently fans know Kody's hair routine. Sister spouses watchers add their considerations. The underlying post gives off an impression of being an appearance video with birthday wishes toward the end. Alongside the video, a few sister spouses watchers expressed their viewpoints in the remarks. What's more, for what reason does he think anybody cares thin? Haha, you bear brother. Nobody needs hair tips from this, you know what, ugh. Quiet down. Nobody gives a poop about your 1980s hair and you. Someone else inquires, does he think his hair is delightful? The first banner says, he is fixated on saving his two wavy horns forthright, he cherishes his messy mane. It ought to say, Kody earthy colored gives what's left of his wavy hair routine inside his shower. Arg Kody, go focus on Robin. I will trim my hair all of in the event that I had your hair. The fourth spouse of Kody Brown seemed to be uncooked frequently situated herself as the mother figure who focuses on her kids regardless of anything else. Notwithstanding, devotees of sister spouses have addressed whether Robin has satisfactorily prearranged her kids for the real factors of the world past the limits of their polygamist family. Throughout the long term, Robin's nurturing decisions, especially her defensive and now and again excessively shielding approach, have ignited banters about whether her kids are prepared to freely explore life. A defensive mother or excessively shielding? Robin has regularly spoken about the significance of being a present and mindful mother. She has frequently been seen on the show communicating her craving to safeguard her youngsters from the tumult and examination that accompanies being a piece of the sister spouse's family. While this maternal intuition is reasonable, a few fans contend that Robin's defensive nature might have crossed into overprotectiveness. Via virtual entertainment and online gatherings, fans have brought up how Robyn's youngsters, especially her more seasoned ones, appear to be less autonomous contrasted with the other earthy-colored kids. For instance, Robyn has been known to settle on choices for her youngsters that a few watchers accept ought to be their own, for example, controlling their cooperations with more distant family or restricting their openness to varying perspectives. This has driven a few fans to address whether Robyn's youngsters are ready to confront the difficulties of adulthood. One fan composed on Reddit, "Robyn appears to keep her children in an air pocket. While it's perfect to need to safeguard them, eventually, they need to figure out how to deal with this present reality all alone." Instructive decisions under a magnifying glass. Another region where fans have scrutinized Robyn's nurturing is her way to deal with instruction. On sister spouses, instruction has been a repetitive subject, with every one of Kody's wives adopting various strategies for their youngsters. While Christine, Janelle, and even Mary have urged their children to seek after advanced education or professional preparation, Robyn's position has frequently appeared to be more questionable. Robyn has been vocal about her inclination for self-teaching, especially during wild times in the family. While self-teaching can give a custom-made and sustaining climate, pundits contend that it might restrict socialization and openness to different viewpoints on the off chance that not offset with different encounters. One fan remarked, "Robyn's children don't appear to have similar drive or valuable open doors as a portion of the more seasoned earthy-colored kids. It makes you keep thinking about whether she's keeping them down or on the other hand in the event that it's their decision." Fundamental abilities and freedom. In the domain of fundamental abilities, Robyn's youngsters have confronted blended evaluations from fans. While certain fans accept that Robyn imparts solid virtues and a feeling of family reliability, others contend that her defensive propensities might keep her children from creating decisive reasoning and critical thinking abilities. For instance, on the show, Robyn has frequently started to lead the pack in settling her kids' contentions or going with choices for their sake. While this should be visible as a mother's affection and inclusion, fans have addressed whether this approach smothers her youngsters' capacity to freely explore difficulties. Robyn generally appears to bounce in and fix everything for her children, one watcher noticed. How might they figure out how to take care of themselves assuming that she's continuously doing it for them? Correlations with other earthy-colored children. While contrasting Robyn's kids with those of different spouses, the distinctions in nurturing styles become much more clear. Christine and Janelle, for example, have urged their youngsters to seek after autonomy, whether through schooling, position, or self-improvement. Few fans have noticed Thus, that while their children are frequently viewed as more confident to her, they might come up short on same degree of certainty and freedom displayed by their half-kin. For instance, Maddie and Logan Brown, Janelle's youngsters, have flourished in their professions and individual lives, frequently referring to the help and consolation they got from their mom to investigate life in their own particular manner. This differentiation has driven watchers to guess whether Robyn's nurturing style is ruining her kids' capacity to prevail beyond the relational peculiarity. Robyn's guard of her decisions. Robyn has safeguarded her nurturing style on different events, accentuating that her essential objective is to shield her kids from the show and antagonism that frequently encompasses the earthy-colored family. She has likewise featured the extraordinary difficulties her youngsters face as a component of a polygamist family in the public eye. In a past meeting, Robyn said, "I simply believe my children should have a solid sense of security and cherished. There's such a lot of judgment and analysis out there, and it's my occupation as their mother to protect them from that however much I can." While her aims might be established in affection, pundits contend that safeguarding her kids in excessive could eventually cause more damage than great. By not presenting them to the real factors of life, they might battle to adjust when confronted with difficulties outside the defensive climate Robyn has made. Fans' interests about close-to-home readiness. Past common-sense fundamental abilities, fans have additionally communicated worries about the close-to-home readiness of Robyn's youngsters. Experiencing childhood in a family with critical family pressures, public examination, and the elements of polygamy can without a doubt cause significant damage. Robyn's youngsters have been at the focal point of a portion of the family's most combative minutes, including disagreements regarding funds, lodging, and family unwaveringness. Fans stress that Robyn's propensity to protect her children from struggle might keep them from fostering the strength expected to deal with future difficulties. "Life isn't continuously going to be going great," one fan commented. On the off chance that Robyn doesn't allow her children to encounter battles now, how might they adapt when she's not there to safeguard them? The children's points of view. Regardless of the analysis, Robyn's kids have to a great extent spoken decidedly about their childhood. They've offered thanks for their mom's devotion and the affectionate bond they share as a family. In a new online entertainment post, Robyn's oldest little girl, Aurora, expressed, "My mother has forever been there for us, regardless. She's shown us the significance of family and love, and I wouldn't exchange that for anything." This point of view proposes that while fans might scrutinize Robyn's techniques, her youngsters feel upheld and esteemed. Whether this converts into long-haul achievement and freedom is not yet clear. And whether or not Robyn Brown has sufficiently prearranged her youngsters for the world is a complicated one. While her defensive nurturing style has without a doubt established a supporting and cherishing climate, it has likewise brought up worries about her youngsters' freedom and status to confront life's difficulties. Fans stay partitioned on whether Robyn's methodology is at last helpful or unfavorable. As the sister spouse's adventure proceeds, it will be fascinating to perceive how Robyn's youngsters explore adulthood and whether her nurturing decisions take care of over the long haul. For the present, the discussion among fans fills in as an update that there's nobody's size-fits-all way to deal with bringing up kids, particularly inside the and not in light of the continuous family show. Perhaps of the most recognizable change this season is the critical screen time devoted to Robyn Brown, the fourth and apparently most disputable spouse of Kody Brown. Fans have taken to web-based entertainment to offer their viewpoints, with many addressing why Robyn seems to overwhelm the account. From her advancing job in the family to the creation's narrating decisions, there are a few explanations for this change in center. Robyn's focal job in the relational peculiarities. As the family has broken throughout the long term, Robyn's situation in Kody's life has become more unmistakable. With Christine, Janelle, and Mary all moving away from Kody, Robyn stays the main spouse who is still completely dedicated to the plural marriage. This has normally positioned her at the focal point of the family's continuous storyline. In ongoing episodes, watchers have seen Robyn venturing into an influential position, whether it's voicing worries about the family's future, dealing with her youngsters' difficulties, or tending to the aftermath from the other spouse's takeoffs. Kody himself has depicted Robyn as his rock, which further features her significance in the relational peculiarity and the series. Fans, in any case, have blended responses to this concentration. Some consider it to be an essential investigation of the present status of the family, while others feel it's characteristic of bias, both by Kody and the creation group. One watcher composed on Reddit, "It resembles the Robyn show now. I get that she's the main spouse left, yet at the same it's becoming tedious. The takeoff of different spouses leaves a void." Christine's takeoff in season 17 denoted a significant defining moment for sister spouses. From that point forward, Janelle and Mary have likewise reduced most, if not all, connection with Kody, leaving Robyn as the main spouse still effectively taking part in the plural marriage dynamic. With less spouses included, the show has normally moved concentration to the connections, and difficulties remain. Makers probably see Robyn's storyline as the most convincing for the Flow season, given her status as Kody's last standing spouse. This shift, be that as it may, has left a few fans disappointed. "We watch this show for the family dramatization and alternate points of view," one fan tweeted. "All the others gone, it's simply Kody and Robyn now, and it's getting exhausting." Robyn as the antagonist of the show. Throughout the long term, Robyn has become one of the most polarizing figures on sister spouses. While the fans value her commitment to Kody and her youngsters, others consider her to be the explanation for the family's disentangling. Numerous watchers have blamed her for controlling Kody and consuming his time, which has powered hatred among different spouses and their youngsters. This impression of Robyn as a reprobate has made her a point of convergence for watchers. Whether fans love to abhor her or are really inspired by her viewpoint, her presence produces solid responses, which is vital for keeping up with the show's appraisals. Robin is the ideal unscripted television character, one fan remarked on Facebook. She gets individuals talking, and that is the very thing that moves the show along. Creation decisions and evaluations technique. It's a well-known fact that unscripted television flourishes with show, and Robin's focal job in the continuous strain makes her a central member in the show's prosperity. By zeroing in on her, the makers are reasonable attempting to support watcher interest in a series that has confronted tremendous changes with the takeoff of 3 spouses. A few fans accept the weighty spotlight on Robin is an intentional decision by makers to work up contention and commitment. The more screen time Robin gets, the more individuals discuss the show, a fan noted on Twitter. It's a shrewd move, regardless of whether it pesters us. Robin's battles and weaknesses. While Robin's activities frequently draw analysis, Season 19 has likewise featured her weaknesses. She has communicated fears about the fate of the family and the effect of the other spouse's takeoffs on her kids. These close-to-home minutes offer a more thoughtful perspective on Robin, showing her as somebody attempting to keep the family intact in the midst of disorder. In one episode, Robin mournfully conceded, "I never needed to be the main spouse. This isn't the very thing that I pursued." Minutes like these expect to refine her and provide fans with a more profound comprehension of her viewpoint, regardless of whether they essentially concur with her. Kody and Robin's relationship under the magnifying instrument. With Kody investing the greater part of his energy with Robin, their relationship has turned into a significant storyline this season. Fans have examined their cooperations, noticing how contrastingly Kody treats Robin, contrasted with his different spouses. This dynamic has ignited banters about partiality and whether Robin's impact over Kody is basically as critical as it shows up. Watching Kody and Robin collaborate is interesting, one fan posted on Instagram. It's reasonable she's his number one, yet the inquiry is the reason he's so incognizant in regards to what that is meant for every other person. Fan backfire and calls for change. Not all fans are excited with the Robin weighty focal point of Season 19. Many have communicated dissatisfaction, contending that the show has lost the equilibrium and variety of points of view that made it convincing in before seasons. Some have even required the series to investigate the existences of different spouses post-separate as opposed to focusing on Kody and Robin. For what reason aren't we seeing a greater amount of Christine's new life or Janelle's excursion? One fan asked on Reddit. There's something else to this family besides Robin. And the expanded spotlight on Robin Brown and sister spouses Season 19 mirrors the present status of the earthy-colored family and the makers' endeavors to keep the show locking in. While Robin's focal job checks out, given the takeoffs of Christine, Janelle, and Mary, it has likewise ignited blended responses among fans. Whether watchers love or severely dislike Robin, her presence keeps on areas of strength for creating, guaranteeing that sister spouses stays a subject of discussion. As the season unfurls, it is not yet clear whether the attention on Robin will pay off or on the other hand in the event that fans will become worn out on the account. One thing is clear, Robin's job in the family and the show is as troublesome as could be expected.